All right, hello everybody. This is String Along, episode number 1. My name is Floruen 2,
My name's Brandon.
What's up? I'm Sandy.
and we're actually all three recent graduates of college, and we're out here making podcasts, talking about a lot of interesting topics that you might actually be able to relate to.
And first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for joining in. The name of our podcast is
String Along, and today's topic is actually going to be about pain. So just to begin with, right, jumping straight in, how do you deal with pain?
I think everyone deals with pain very differently. When I personally get hurt, I laugh. I think laugh is the best medicine to pain. Physical, like if I fall, I think laughing would definitely be a good cure. I mean, I'll end up with scratches, but I think it would be great.
You're right. How about you, Sandy? So forgot to mention that Sandy is actually on with us, through Zoom online because she is up in NorCal. We are in SoCal. But yeah, Sandy, how do you deal with pain? Do you also laugh?
Um, with mental pain, yeah, but with physical pain, I use bandages, or I just pretend there's no physical pain. It's on your head.
Right. I mean, I agree with that to a certain extent. When it's physical pain, there's this saying, I wanted to bring that up a little later, but, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So, you get that pain and obviously you're going to feel it because you got that nervous system, that system in you. But eventually, it just depends on how you react to it. And eventually that's the suffering part, right? A lot of people can actually deal with pain a lot easier than some others. And I guess for you laugh it off. And,
Yeah.
And in most cases, I do too, actually. Mainly because
maybe it's a guy's thing where we see people, okay, not when we see people in pain, but if you see like a friend of yours fall down, for example, it's funny.
Yeah, I think the first thing you would do is laugh and then go help them.
Me?
No, just like people in general.
Yeah. I definitely think that's how, maybe it's just like a friend's thing where, when we see someone fall down in the funniest ways, like I would always laugh, but then again, I'll still help. And it's not messed up to laugh, to be honest.
I think we all begin by laughing because it's just funny, until we realize the seriousness of the pain or how much that person is actually suffering. And in most cases, it's pretty obvious at the moment to see how much pain that would be. Because if someone just falls on their butt, then it's kind of funny. We know that, it's not that bad. But if the person kind of falls off head first, if it's face first, it's still kind of funny. If it's the back of the head that hits the ground first, I don't know if I'll be laughing.
That's not.
Oh yeah, that's definitely, yeah.
That's when my heart's gonna stop.
Exactly, yeah. I think as human beings, we're kind of aware of, if we should be laughing or not.
But speaking of, pain, there's also so many kinds of pain. Mental pain, physical pain. There's even those pains where, it's emotional in terms like maybe a family or like with a current, girlfriend, boyfriend type of situation. So this podcast is generally just to talk about anything, but today's theme is mostly on pain. And the reason why we want to do it, why do we want to do this, guys?
Eventually, later on, if you stay tuned for another 20 minutes, till the 30-minute mark, you'll get to eventually see us going through something.
But with that phrase that you just said, you said suffering. So this is not pain, technically. It's right. Suffering.
I believe that our reaction shows how much suffering we're going through.
But it's to get everyone's attention, in a sense that we want to, cheer up everyone up in a way.
Right.
And due to this pandemic, we know everyone's bored, so
right.
Let the two biggest goons, and then this girl right here. Oh shoot. Yeah, but this girl right here. But yes. So Sandy, start off with the pain. What in college, what kind of pain do you go through, if you don't mind me asking?
I definitely went through a lot of mental pain. You know, college is not easy. It's a lot of trying to balance your study time and your friends and just everything. Like if you have a job, you have to balance that too. And so it's like it's a lot of like, you know, mental stress because you have to like think about all these things you have to do and meet all these deadlines. Yeah, for sure, you know, I stressed a lot over studying. But you know, the best way to deal with like, you know, mental distress or mental pain is to like, you know, talk to your friends, you know, and just reach out to people instead of like shutting yourself off from the world.
Now, when you say talk to your friends about, your mental pain, obviously back then, do you actually talk to people about it? Or is this just something that you'd recommend because it actually works for you? Because I know some people don't really feel comfortable talking to their friends about
No, I definitely agree. At first it was like a little bit difficult for me because I'm not used to like, you know, expressing my emotions. I'm kind of, people tell me I have like the emotions of a rock and stuff. But
it. Very
you,
true.
yeah. Yeah, but it's all about like putting yourself out there and not being afraid of like getting hurt or like sharing your burdens because you know, of course your friends want to see you doing well and they're always there for you to like listen to you. And if they're not there to listen to you, honestly drop those friends because those are negative people.
100% agree with that. And
What about you? What kind of pain did you? I mean, we're not only talking about just pain, but just in general, how do people deal with pain? But at the same time, there's so many different pains. But
right. And I mean, eventually, since we just graduated like recently about from college, right? The pain that everybody goes through college, I'm pretty sure is every single pain out there. You know,
yeah,
emotional pain, physical pain. Well, actually,
yeah,
maybe physical pain. I don't know, depending on what you do. If you're maybe you know, whatever it is, but emotional pain as well for sure. And for me, the way I dealt with it is just hanging out with friends, honestly. And I think this is where, you know, college is a time where you're actually surrounded by a lot of people you're the same age, where you have a lot of commonality with those people. So it's kind of easy to go through that thing. So like usually if it's say, you know, I study my hardest and I get an F in that class, but I'm like a perfectionist or something. There's so many people out there in college that's going through the same thing, and all you have to do is talk about it, and you can laugh it off, or at least
No,
that's.
I definitely relate to that.
Mhm.
I mean, okay, speaking of emotional pain, you know how parents, they're not as good as, well, I grew up with very Asian parents, or not specifically towards Asians, but I'm just saying in general, there are those traditional parents where they think that emotion is just like, they disregard emotions. And especially when you're
Mhm.
talking and you're dealing with emotions, their their solution is to forget about it or to move on. Now, what do you guys think of that? And do you actually think that because of that mindset that you have, or personally that I had, it's really hard for me to show emotion sometimes?
Mhm.
I think for Asian culture, it's honestly very like I don't like the way like how most Asian culture they don't talk about like their emotions and stuff, and that's just negative because it just teaches like the children like growing up from Asian households they're just like taught to not express themselves and they keep all the pain to themselves, and you know that's it's not good. It puts you in a dark place.
I mean, even if it's non-Asian, like even though it's like even non-Asians, I have friends who are non-Asians. They also agreed with this, saying that, oh yeah, they were taught to just move forward, just hold it in. And I
Hmm.
find it,
I mean,
until now, it's just hard for me to just express it.
the way for me, it's like luckily for me, my parents weren't the same way. They're Asian. There's someone like that. They can't really express emotion, as well as I know a lot of different other parents that I've heard from. You know, um,
Yeah.
but my parents weren't the type of people that said you should hold off to it. Kind of, it's more like I think the best approach that they gave me, and I think that actually helped me deal with all these types of emotions, is just accept your emotions and how you're feeling in the moment. Because whatever emotions you're going through right now, is normal. It's part of being a human being, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that if you're deflecting it or if you're holding it off, it just makes it harder because you're not accepting how you're feeling and you're acting like you're acting different from what you're truly feeling.
Right.
So eventually you're lying to yourself, which kind of makes it even worse.
Right.
Whereas
yeah, and yeah, I feel like if you lie to yourself, like in those sense, like it starts building up and eventually it's just really hard on yourself, both mentally and physically at some point.
I feel like it's a point where you just sugarcoat everything until it actually like, you know, you can't really sugarcoat things anymore, you know?
Right.
You have to accept it.
Yeah.
Which is
like given an example, it's say you're sad, right? And you won't accept the fact that you're actually sad, that you're hurting. When other people are like out there trying to reach out to help you out, all you'll be telling them is, no, I'm happy, right? But eventually, you know, deep down, you're actually sad, you're hurting. And the more it goes on, you feel lonely because, you know, people are trying to help you out, but you're not even willing to express it because you're not accepting how you're truly feeling.
Right.
So then at the end of the day, you're starting to feel lonely and sink yourself into a hole. And I think that's where it's really bad to actually hold off your emotions. You know, willing to accept them is how you can actually move on forward, I think.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I personally, how I deal with it is if I feel sad, I just cry. I take the time to just cry it all out. And then once I'm done with it, you know, I just learn to solve my issues or whatever I'm crying about. But definitely it's always a good idea to take some time to let your emotions through, understand your emotions, and then deal with it.
Now, do you normally, when you're handling that pain, speaking of pain again, when you're handling that pain, do you find it more comfortable with yourself or with others? I understand that, you know, talking to people may help, but, you know, some people, they react differently.
Yeah. I personally, I still like keeping things to myself, but what helps me a lot is when I write into a journal. I talk about my feelings, which is pretty much like telling someone else, but it's my journal and no one's going to talk about it. So that's a good way to like let your emotions flow out. But other than that, there's like, you know, there's your friends that's there for you. And if you don't like really have too much supportive people in your life, like you can always like go online. There's a lot of strangers who are willing to listen to your issues.
What are you laughing, bro?
Sorry.
You're not laughing at what you just said. I don't know. You just make some words.
I'm laughing because I didn't know that, you know, you have a journal, but that's
what's so funny about that?
There's actually quite people that have journals.
I've never heard anyone do that. That's why. I mean, I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing because it's Sandy. I would never expect Sandy to do that.
Brandon's still laughing at you. Like, what? I mean, honestly, personally, I think that's a great way to deal with, you know, pain. Writing it down, because, and maybe I don't know. This is just something that I just thought of, but maybe writing it down in the hopes that someone will read it could help you too. I'm not saying you're doing it, but it's like, you know, if you're afraid to open up to people, sometimes there's always like that kind of hope, and sometimes writing it down in hopes that someone will actually read it without your permission, but will be there to help you out at that moment, I feel like is a huge boost, because it's a hope. It's still hope you have within yourself.
Actually, that is true. Oh, it's actually from a family member. I'm not gonna say who, but this person told me that actually writing on a piece of paper, if you're angry or sad, and you just pile it up and then just toss it, throw it, you'll feel good. Like it's a good way to deal with that emotion. In terms of physical pain, well, I laugh it off. Mental pain, I don't know how.
And personally, I feel like physical pain, there's really not that much to actually deal with, right? Like physical pain is there, but it's going to be gone in a couple minutes, right? Hopefully.
Well, it depends on what kind of physical pain you're talking about. If you got shot, you know, I think you're going to be dealing with that for a few months or so.
Well, let's hope that the adrenaline's right there, right, for that moment. And
so, moving forward to like, you know, understanding, you know, how people relieve, you know, pain and all that. What has been the most painful situation you've been in? Not, should we say mentally and physically? or at the same time, like,
Let's talk more about physically for now.
okay.
The most physical pain that I've been in.
How about we talk about throughout college? During your
Ugh.
4 years in college. You don't have to be specific if you want to, but just
Oh no, physical pain not a problem. I recall that one incident when I went out to a club organization event, right? And usually I'm the type that does reckless stuff when I'm with other people. And my friend, say his name's, just call him A. He was like, "Oh, let's do a 3-way piggyback ride."
Huh?
And then my other friend Jay, he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And then he jumped on A, right? So there's 2 people piggyback riding, and I was like, "Fuck yeah! I'll be the 3rd person up there." And then so I jumped on top of the 2nd person, and he leaned back, and so I leaned back, and so we both like fell to the ground, and like I hit like my back first, and like people say that I have like a dinosaur back because like you can see my bones or whatever, you know. But anyways, so my back hit the ground first, and then my head hit the back of the head hit the ground, and I was like winded, like I could not breathe because I was just like I don't know, I hit my backbone like really hard. And so my friend Jay, he was trying to help me up, and I just wanted to chill because I obviously couldn't breathe, but he kept trying to pull me up, but I couldn't say anything because I couldn't breathe.
Wait,
And so this was back in, I think, September or October of last year. Was that? Yeah, last year.
Recent?
It was at Boba Tea House.
I was thinking that would be freshman year. Like, what?
I thought this was like, oh yeah, we were freshmen being dumb kids.
Oh no, I think as a freshman I didn't do as much dumb stuff, but you know, gradually I just get dumber. But anyways, the summary of the story is that I fell, my back hurt for a good 2 weeks. I thought that I broke something or fractured something because literally every time I breathed, it just hurt. But I didn't get it checked out because I was like, oh, it's gonna cost like an arm and like going to the hospital.
You tell me about this.
I did, yes.
And you always get like headaches, right?
I always get headaches, but not from that incident.
Okay.
Bro, she's crazy. That's another thing I want to talk about. When people get hurt, why don't they go to a doctor? Like genuinely serious conversation. Because
I think
I would be like, I'm gonna just go to the doctor just to check it out in case.
That's very true.
I think for me personally, it's just the idea of the cost of the hospital bill of going there.
But
It's
you're not going to a hospital though. You're just gonna go to a doctor.
But it depends, like if your insurance covers wherever your area is at, because my health insurance doesn't cover unless I'm back up in where I'm from.
Okay.
So the only coverage it does, like to some extent, is the emergency room.
Mm-hmm. And I
So
think
that's go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like that's kind of the issue with not really having good health insurance.
Yeah, because no matter what, you still need to pay. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it comes to. I think like as college students, or as we were all college students, or for as a tip for new college students is, you're paying for health insurance already in your tuition fee. So you might as well go check out the doctors. But before you do anything, like before you do any x-rays or anything that's beyond that, ask them how much you should be paying. Because I remember when I had to do x-rays, whatever it was, everything for my for when I had a car accident, my copay was $17. And I asked them before because I was like, oh shit, man, I'm going to be paying $1,000 shit, like fucking dollars. And I was afraid, but I was like, dude, I'm going to do it anyways because it was a huge car accident. And then it was a copay of $17. So I was like, obviously, I'm just going to pay $17 to just check myself out. But I think it's just afraid to ask that question of how much it's going to be before you do anything.
And
yeah.
but also in the long run, it's probably better for you to do that.
Yeah. It's better to sacrifice some
Look,
cardio.
don't be like Sandy. I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna just go with the flow.
It's just a little bit of pain, you know. Pain is just, you know, all in your head. But yeah, definitely don't be like me. For sure, it's important to, you know, check out your physical health. And like Flo said, you should make sure on your coverage of your insurance. If you know your coverage, it helps a lot. Like it won't cost as much depending on whatever thing you're doing.
Definitely.
I mean, in terms of yeah, I mean, I definitely know that my grandma personally, whenever she's in pain, she'd be like, "Oh, it's nothing," and then she just continues. So I guess like that's another mindset that some people have, that oh, it's probably something small, and then they move forward. And I'm just like, I mean, me, I'm very cautious. I mean, I broke my hand twice.
Oh,
And
what did you do?
don't worry about it. I just slipped. And then the second time I slipped again, and then my friend tried to put it back, and then he
put it back.
Yeah,
put the fucking
like
roll back.
Wait.
I was up, and then he was like, "Oh, my bad," because we were like in 5th grade or 4th, and then he just snapped it.
What?
Chiropractic or something?
Yeah, no, I had to go straight to I had to rush to the hospital because I thought it was healed because I heard it, but it made it worse.
What?
But yeah, man.
I think one thing about physical pain as well is those major physical pains where you feel like it's just because usually I don't know for you guys, but for me usually physical pain, it's not like I'm going to war, so I'm not getting a bullet wound or anything like that, right? But like those physical pain from falling off and stuff like that, or hitting my head a little, I always feel like, you know, it's going to come and go for like within the next 2-3 days. And that's where I think I become reckless too. I'm not too afraid of actually getting myself injured as well until now, actually. Like before in college, I didn't really care that much. I used to skateboard like those hills, even though I sucked at skateboarding, and eventually hurt myself.
Oh no, I've seen so many people get injured from skateboards. I don't even.
Right, and it's like for me, I wasn't really afraid because I'm just like, yeah, it's not gonna be that bad anyways. But as I'm growing older, I'm becoming more afraid of getting those injuries.
Oh yeah, like the older you get, the more you're afraid of dying, you know. Sense.
Yeah, and that pain.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's because of experiences of us like actually dealing through that pain before. And that's why like maybe kids are like reckless too and they don't care.
Yeah. Because we don't know when we were kids.
And I think as we grow older though, we're definitely more logical and more afraid of pain, I think.
But
yeah,
I do think that everything in terms of learning, you do learn a lot from pain. I learned a lot from pain. Like I think that's the whole point. As you're a kid, you don't really learn, because when I was a kid, I would be down to just like, even though if I don't know how to ski, I would still go down the hill. But now I get so scared, like it's that bad. That's why I'm just like, oh wow, we're getting old.
That's so true. And I think like talking about how pain actually even helps you grow, it's like probably some people's fears. I don't know if it's, you know, because psychologically, everything that's happened in the past is the result of what you are today, right?
Yeah.
So maybe people who are, I'm not afraid of heights. Are any of you afraid of heights? Okay.
No.
So let me ask you that question. Is it possible that you're afraid of heights because in the past when you were kids or something, you actually fell from a height? Or there was something about height that caused you to go through pain?
Well, that would probably be trauma.
Right. It could be trauma, but it could also be like just fear from experience.
Oh, okay.
It can't, like, because trauma is like more like extreme.
It already attacked or
it's
hurt
more,
you.
Yeah, it's more extreme, I would say. But like, because okay, say it's not like I'm traumatized of soccer balls, but when I was a kid, I broke my arm playing goalkeeper as a goalkeeper. Yeah, I was a goalkeeper. I broke my arm, and now when I'm fucking well, I mean, it's fine now, but like I broke my whole wrist right here just by fucking standing for the ball, and then it hit the top part of my fingers, and then it broke.
Oh, ooh.
And so from then on, like now I'm fucking afraid of soccer balls when I'm goalkeeper. I'm not afraid when I'm playing soccer on the field. I'm not afraid of it. When I'm a goalkeeper, I'm kind of afraid. But it's not like I'm traumatized to the point where I'm not going to become a goalkeeper. I'll still play the position if it's open.
Have you broken a bone before, Sandy?
I have not. At least I don't think so.
Oh, right, because you don't want to go to the hospital. What's our time right now, Flo?
I actually don't know. How about you, Sandy? What's the time right now?
It's time for some chips.
Right now? Do you think we've already passed our mark?
I think.
I don't know.
Wait. But speaking of pain and about what we're gonna do today, we want to show everyone what we decided to do as a team to show engagement with our audiences. So, Sandy, are you aware of this chip?
Oh yeah, I am.
Right here, man.
Now here, Sandy, here. Take it. Now, I want you.
Yo, what's this? It's back here.
But pretty much today, we're gonna go live, and we're actually gonna try. But Flo, we need you to read the instructions while I set up the social media.
There's this one word I actually don't know in the instructions, but it says warning in big right here. Warning. So I'm going to tell you, it's been a couple hours. I've been a little sweaty because of this.
My heart's racing.
It says, do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin, whatever that is.
Wait, but why are we doing this challenge? What's connected to our podcast?
Well, let's not forget that the fact that they're giving us this big warning is telling us that we're actually, it's something that could hurt us.
And
so it could bring pain to us. And eventually it's a challenge because it's asking us, we're trying to see how long we can last without eating or drinking anything, right? So how much can we deal with that suffering? We're going to get that pain, but pain is inevitable, right? We'll get it no matter what. So we're, risking our lives somewhat for this pain. But how much will we be suffering? Will I be able to tolerate this pain more than Brandon or Sandy, or will I be the weakest?
Oh, wait. You also need to say what's the challenge of this one chip in terms of...
I just mentioned it.
Oh, no. Like how long we can hold it for?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's dependent on how long you can hold it for. 5 minutes is... If you do 5 minutes, you're already a winner, apparently.
Hold it in your mouth?
Like, no. Like without drinking.
Drinking or eating anything.
Oh, okay.
Sandy, so we're also taking a video of ourselves on my, I don't know what's it called, stabilizer. But Sandy, can you get on Instagram so we can go on live?
Yes, I can.
You're just watching the podcast, and that's cool. This is the chip pack. We do want to mention that we're actually not sponsored by this.
Yes.
We're doing this with our own will. This got nothing to do with Paqui.
How do I allow live to happen?
Not quite. No.
I'm kind of nervous right now, Sandy.
I don't know.
I'm a little nervous too. I don't have any water or anything next to me. So if y'all see me run out, I'm getting some ice cream for this.
Yo.
Holy crap.
Dang.
Okay, Sandy, we're gonna go live right now.
Okay.
On the thing, okay.
Honestly, I don't want to die today, okay? I don't want to die. So, and I'm a responsible guy. I don't do these stupid things unless my friends bring it up. And Brandon Lee fucking brought it up. Fucking shit. I'm a big pussy, dude.
Hey, hold on. I forgot. Okay, there you go. All right. All right, guys. Way to answer my calls. Sam. All right. So we're actually gonna do it soon in a minute.
You know what? I'm gonna record this too.
My mom's watching this.
I'm gonna record this too.
Sandy, request. Oh,
I did.
okay.
All right, we're going live. This is actually our setup for our podcast, and we're actually doing the Paqui challenge. The one chip challenge that we just opened up, it looks exactly like this.
I'm eating this
And we're gonna be just eating this. We already have our note ready right there. We're going live on Instagram. We got our podcast with Sandy for streaming along. And yeah, just we're not ready. Honestly speaking, this is a one chip challenge that will probably be taking 2 bites. We're not going to be taking 1 bite. We're going to be taking 2 bites, I think. What do you think, guys? Should we just do 1 bite or 2?
I like Sam's response.
What do you think?
That's half a bite.
Shut up, Flo, and take the whole bite.
Yo, Sam, on your birthday, you're taking this. Where's the noise coming from?
It's coming from this and that.
Can we hear Sandy from the...
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we'll use that.
All right, Sandy. We know there's not that many people looking, but it's fine. It's gonna be recorded, so.
Let me move this.
I'm ready.
And the rule is, if you can manage to do that in. Sam says F that.
Hey, man up, bro. I'm about to do this shit. Oh man, I don't know why I'm doing this.
But okay.
I don't have gloves. I hope I don't fucking accidentally die from touching this.
So the objective is pretty much to stay within that 5 minutes. But if we can't, we don't even have a timer, huh?
5 minutes.
We do. Use the cameras. Okay, so.
Will I be able to see in 5 minutes, or will I be on the floor?
Sam, you're hella loyal. All right, you ready?
Wait,
Okay.
Who's hella loyal?
Sam. All right, we're gonna open it.
Hey, you want to smell it first? Give it a smell.
Oh, it's already in half. Oh, I smell it.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, guys. So this is the chip.
Dude, it's black as hell. What the fuck happened?
And I can smell.
Oh, it smells like shit.
I can smell the pepper.
It's so strong.
It smells super strong.
Dude, it is clean charcoal. Beautiful.
So. I don't want to do this. All right.
So the reason why we're actually so afraid is because we've seen other people's reactions. We've seen how they've done it. And you know, usually the person who's recording isn't the one that takes it because he knows how bad it is, and he makes a third party, you know, take it. Eventually, we're taking it knowing what we're gonna go through. And our podcast was about pain and suffering. So we're trying this out.
I smell it. Do you smell it, Sandy?
I do smell it. It's actually quite strong.
Hey, we're taking half.
This is half. This is half.
Okay, I'm taking half.
Sandy, what about you?
Oh, am I supposed to break this apart?
You can.
Okay. Give me.
That's not more than that, bro.
Okay.
I'm taking those 2 small pieces, or those 2.
Okay, ready?
Wait. Let me break mine in half too.
I'm scared as shit.
Oh!
All right,
Alright,
so
cool.
we're gonna just try it. Fuck it.
If I have a hard time breathing, fuck.
All right, cheers.
Are you ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait, we can finish this.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna finish it.
We'll be able to finish it. Oh!
Yeah, it's spicy.
It's only been 50 seconds, bro. Oh. 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 Yo, I'm gonna watch that. Oh.
I'm dying right now.
Oh.
I got it. Oh.
No, I can't.
Yo. Oh. I'm fucking crying, bro. Oh. It's only been 2 fucking minutes, dude.
Oh, it's bad.
Holy shit. Where the paper towel at? Oh, God.
Dude, ice cream.
You get it, bro? My whole fucking, my hands, my face. All right, I'm giving up. It's been 3 minutes. Holy shit. Yo, this is no joke.
Yeah, would not recommend.
This is hella no fucking
Oh,
joke.
I've done that taco challenge. That was even worse. Oh my god.
Wait, what was worse?
The death taco.
Yo, my face is numb as shit. And so are my arms.
I'm gonna help.
Get that shit on, bro. Yeah.
What was bad? It's bad. It's bad. Oh.
Yo, I can't say shit.
Does your guys' throat, like your stomach area, burn right now?
It's all my tongue for me.
Yeah, my tongue.
Oh really? My stomach burns.
No, it's my.
What?
I'm not full Indo. I can't eat Chinese. I can't eat spicy. Holy crap. No, it's bad. This is like, oh my god. How bad is it, dude? It's like, so bad. I'm tearing up.
Yo. Don't do this, man. Why are we doing this? Oh.
No.
I'm trying to talk not too much because every time my tongue moves, it makes it worse. What?
Whoa. This is not. We only ate like, how many?
I ate 2/3.
I ate 2/3.
I have this small piece left and oh.
You lasted for 3 minutes. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I could last that long.
Yo, This Paqui is calling me not even the featherweight. Holy shit, there's featherweight, lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight.
Read the minutes to them.
Featherweight is 5 minutes. Lightweight is 10 minutes. Middleweight is 30 minutes. And the heavyweight is 1 hour. Okay. If you can last an hour, you can last the entire night, dude. You're good. All right.
That's wild.
It kicks in so fucking fast.
I could not. I mean, my tongue is still burning right now, but it's like not as bad as earlier.
Yeah. Hey, should we take the rest? I'm kidding, guys.
No,
A few moments later.
Holy shit.
Come on, let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, take the phone with you when you go to the sink. Ready? Nah, bro. What you mean? Sit down.
You're holding it then, bro.
8:20. 5 minutes. Hey, look, it's really not as bad.
He said it now, but just watch. So describe the feeling right now.
It's like slowly getting spicy. Now it's like hitting like the back of my mouth, I guess.
My nose is getting a little runny. My throat is burning a little. You're such a bitch, bro. Yeah, it gets pretty hot. It gets pretty hot, bro.
It's getting hotter.
And the fact that you breathe in and breathe out, the air makes it so much worse. Oh,
Carlin said you need another flow.
I'm getting goosebumps right now. Hey, give me soda. It's only been a minute. Oh, I got shivers. Y'all, look at this little bitch.
Hi, Satya.
Right? Oh, why is this shit turning, dude? Huh? Whoa. Oh.
For those
So-
of you who don't know, this is what we did.
It's a Paqui one taco challenge.
One chip.
One chip challenge. Fuck your shit. We're back. We're actually feeling a whole lot better now that we actually, ate that ice cream. As you can see, Brandon's still dying a little. But we finished eventually the whole chip. And, pain is pretty bad. The pain is pretty bad from this chip. When it comes to pain with spiciness, it's best to go with milk. Milk didn't really help this time. We went through ice cream. But yeah, we all have different ways of dealing with pain and suffering. Let us know how you deal with pain, and we'll hear back from you later on. Do you have anything to add, Sandy?
Thank you for tuning in to our podcast. We really appreciate the support. Yeah.
Lit. So actually, while we were live streaming and then we were actually doing this podcast, one of my friends actually challenged me to eat the whole chip for $50, and he gave me the $50. So I can do it 5 more times. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you on
Thank
episode
you.
number 2.